Hi, my name is Jennifer Miyakawa. I am currently a school board member for Sylvan Union School District, and I've been doing that for about 9 years. Prior to that, I was a stay-at-home mom, and then prior to that, I was a teacher. So super excited to be part of this project. Just in reflecting back on how we kind of got this started, when I was in about fourth or fifth grade, I remember sitting on the front lawn with a group of my friends, and we were just sitting around talking about what we wanted to be when we grew up. And that was back in the 1970s, so that was back when girls did this and boys did that. And so I remember coming up with the big three for me. It was nurse, teacher, and secretary. Well, fast forward about 15 years, and now I'm in college, mostly grown up, and now I've got to take the classes that are going to prepare me for that career. So for about 2 years, I took all these different classes, and nothing spoke to me, nothing drew me, and I remember feeling super frustrated and a little bit desperate. And so I went and observed in a second grade classroom of a friend of mine who taught school, and instantly just felt that connection, like this is what I'm supposed to do. And well, you fast forward another 15 years, and now I'm a mom. I've taught a few years, but now I'm a mom of middle school and high school age kids who are asking themselves that same question. You know, what am I going to do when I grow up? What does the future hold for me? And thinking there's got to be a better way. We've got to have this figured out. And so I accidentally stumbled across a school district in San Diego who had figured it out, who had come up with a solution. And their solution was every year from kindergarten through 8th grade, kids would be exposed to 12 different careers, so that by the time they went into high school, they'd had exposure to about just less than 100 different careers and professions. And on top of that, they gave the kids an interest profile test that helped them to see what they were naturally hardwired to do, what naturally drew them and what they were naturally good at. And then they could see which careers fell under those interest areas. For example, are they artistic? Do they like to design or create or perform? Are they social, where they like to work with people and help people? Or do they prefer to investigate problems and dig into the details? Or do they prefer working with their hands or in the outdoors, where a classroom or an office wouldn't be a good fit for them? And there's 6 of these different interest areas that they might naturally fall under, and a list of careers that would naturally fall under each of those interest areas. And then those kids got that opportunity to explore different careers under each of those interest areas and find what might be a good fit for them really early on at a really young age. You know, I mentioned that I had that experience, that hands-on experience in that classroom where I instantly felt that connection, and that's what I was really interested in doing. Well, I also had kind of the opposite experience where my husband, who was going into the medical profession, was in a class that he got to work with cadavers, which are dead bodies donated to science so that the students could understand the functionings of the human body. And I remember going to pick him up once at that cadaver lab and seeing that dead body lying on the table and the students all gathered around, and I just froze. And I turned around very quickly and I marched myself out of that room really quickly, realizing that that was not a good fit for me. Even though it fell under the same social interest area that I was suited for, nursing was not the career for me. So that's our goal, is that through this experience you can understand more of who you are and what your interests are and what you're naturally inclined to do. And number 2, then give you that exposure so that you can take the classes and join the clubs that are more suited to your personality type, and that will help make school more meaningful and purposeful for you, and that will help you find joy in your educational journey. And so that's our goal.